I'd rather pay my tithes. Who tax help?
Who tax help?
I tell you, since Governor Fashola left Lagos State, I've not seen any effect of our tax in the economy.
BattaBox.
I don't know about other parts of the world, but in this place, my people don't smile at all when they hear tithe or tax. Some people even feel like they are being cheated by their religious leader or the government when they are asked to pay. Well, I think it's because not everybody understands the meaning, values, and why we need to pay our tithes and taxes. Okay, now let me explain. Now, you see this tithe of a thing, it's 10% of somebody's income. Whether you are a Christian or a Muslim, you have to give it to God. It's so compulsory, sure you understand. And for tax, it's a compulsory contribution, financial contribution, imposed by the government to raise state's revenue. So my question for the people on the streets and you that you are watching, I have two questions actually. When was the last time you paid your tax and your tithe? And would you rather pay your tax or your tithe? Answer. When was the last time you paid your tithe?
I'm a fluent and a frequent tithe payer in church. I do that often because I'm a self-employee. I do my business and I pay my tithe often in church.
Paid last Sunday. Wow.
Of course, I do.
When was the last time you paid your tax then?
I don't pay tax anyway because I'm not earning from any government, so I don't pay tax.
You don't think it's important
I
or
don't think it's important because I'm not earning anything from the government. I am earning for myself. I still pay every day because whenever I see the less privileged people that I think I'm better than a little, I give, even if it's 5 naira, 10 naira, 20 naira. So I don't need to measure it with one thing or the other.
So when was the last time you paid your tax?
Tax. I still pay NEPA bill this month now. Am I funny?
So tax, I have not paid for like a year now.
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, when was the last time you now paid your tithe?
My tithe. Like it's not easy to calculate like that. So sometimes I calculate it and the figure might not be correct. So I would say I still do pay sometimes, but I cannot categorically say that I pay the right amount.
That would be last week.
I thought you wanted to say last year.
No, not last year.
That's too long ago. Pay now for me now.
Because you don't look like a person that is. We pay to people that need to pay to, like beggars.
Dying, God forbid.
I'm not working, so and when I'm working, I'm supposed to pay my tithe every month.
Your tax income.
Same as well. I'm not working.
I'm not working, but everybody, as a good Christian, you are required to pay your tithe. Of every little amount of money I get as a gift from people, I make sure I remove a little out of it. Even though it is not up to 10%, I remove a little out of it to give to God.
When was the last time you now paid your own tax?
My own tax, okay, fine. Okay, I'm a citizen, but I know it is the legal right for me to pay my tax, but I've not paid once before.
I'm a Muslim.
Oh. Muslims don't pay tithe?
We do, but our own is zakat.
Okay, zakat. When was the last time you paid your zakat?
Last Friday.
Last Friday.
Yeah.
Okay, when was the last time you paid your tax?
Oh, that one is normal now. Before they pay me my salary, they deduct it. So
Already deducted.
yes, sir.
I paid it last month.
What about this month?
This month? Well, we've not been paid for this month, so if they do, I'll definitely pay my tithe.
You pay everything.
Yes.
Why?
Sorry?
Why?
My tithe?
Why?
Well, because the tithe is actually mandatory for every Christian to pay, because that is actually, it is like a necessity, because if you do not pay it, God would definitely come for it, and if he comes for it, you wouldn't like the way he would come for it.
You come like physically or inside dream?
Are you serious about this?
I'm just joking. So when was the last time you paid your tax?
My tax? Well, I think the federal government actually deducts it from our alawi, so I think they definitely deducted it from the last
That means
month's
automatically
salary.
you are paying.
Yes.
No, I don't miss my tithe. This month.
Really?
Yeah, sure now.
Wow.
At least first Sunday now. On the first Independence, first Sunday, at least.
You paid that one.
Sure.
But before that one, when was the last time?
September.
You know they miss her.
No.
So when was the last time you paid your tax?
Tax.
Tax, anyways, I won't lie, you have never paid. I've never paid my own tax at all.
Why?
I've just never paid it before. That's just it.
Which one would you rather pay, your tax or your tithe?
I rather pay the tithe.
Why?
No, I think the tithe is better because they use that one to help people, the less privileged.
What about tax?
Tax, that one, because I am feeling as if the government is cheating me. I'm feeling used.
I'd rather pay my tithe. Who tax help?
Who tax help?
I did tell you. Since Governor Fashola left Lagos State, I've not seen any effect of our tax in the economy in Lagos.
The tithe is more important.
More important.
More important. More important.
Tax is less important.
Well, it's important, but the tithe to God is more important.
Why?
Than tax. Yes, now you don't have to rob God.
You don't have to rob God.
But you don't have to rob the nation.
But we can rob the government.
We can't rob the government as well.
Okay. You don't want to make them conquer you.
I'll pay the both of them, but I'll pay my tithe first before my tax.
Why?
Because it's God first.
I'll pay my tithe, of course. God earns enough. As in, He owns a lot. He gives me everything. He deserves everything. So I think I should refund God from what He has been giving to me. So I send my tithe to God, not government.
Is the government not giving you everything you need?
They are not.
See road now, see railway.
I think our new Nigeria is very poor. So I don't think I'm owing any government any tax payments, but I'm owing God.
My tithe, because tithe is 10% of your income, and I believe if you pay tax, you pay tithe rather, you would actually, as in, the blessings will be there, so you have money to pay that.
Because of corruption, I'll choose tithe. Because Islamically, zakat is a kind of way of redistributing income. And, like I said, because of corruption, so the so-called tax, we know those who embezzle the money, who are not allocating the money efficiently to those areas that they were supposed to pump the money into. So, but for zakat, I think I can say 70% that the money are being used for what it's meant for.
I pay the both. Okay, because where I'm working, we pay, they deduct it from our money. Automatically, we don't pay it directly.
Well, and the thing is, even in the Bible, it is written that we should actually give what belongs to Caesar. Yes, so I will do both. Like, I do not have an option to choose between the two, because I need to do my obligation to the state and to the government while I do my obligation to God as well. Yeah.
In everything you do, God first. I pay my tithes, and once you pay your own tithes, although I'm not a pastor and I'm not trying to preach anyway, you pay your tithes and you can't do a business with God and you lose. No, so once you pay your tithes and expect income, expect your work to grow, and once your business or your work is growing, you'll even be encouraged to pay your tax.
Okay, so where do you think tithe money goes to, and what is it meant to be used for?
Okay, well, the thing is, it is actually none of my business, and the most important thing is God actually sees my heart, and He knows that I've actually paid the tithe. So whatever the pastors or the church wants to use it for, I don't think it is my own business to calculate. But then in the Bible, I think the tithe money is supposed to be used in actually doing things in the church, like maybe doing some infrastructures and helping the needies in the church. So, but then I don't think it's any of my business.
Okay, so where do you think our tax money goes to, and what is it meant to be used for?
Well, the tax money, when we pay our tax, it goes to the federal government or the state governments, as the case may be. Then they use it in actually doing infrastructures
and are they
in the country, like the road.
Are they using it?
Well, now that's a tough one. Well, I think they are trying, but then they need to improve.
The money for tithes, you see, although it goes to the church, and the pastor of the church owns the church. And the Bible says when you pay the tithe, it is for the Levites, the workers in the church. You understand? And it is used to build the church too. And once you are building the church, at least you can't expect you to be stagnant. You can't expect anything in your life to remain in a place now. At least you move forward.
So where do you think tax money goes to, and what is it meant to be used for?
Anyways, tax. Maybe probably because I've not paid my own tax before. I won't lie. But to my own thinking, it goes to the government. And from government, you'll be able to use it.
Are they using it?
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
It depends on government to take good care of our tax we pay to them. There are so many people around us there. I don't know, because I don't want to judge. There are so many people there, maybe they manipulate things. I think it should go to government.
Well, there are some projects that needs to be done in church. There are some things that need to be done in church, and there are some payment that needs to go to the, how do I put it, the church. Less privileged, yes. And you need to make provisions, exactly what you just said. Make provision for the needs, those who needs, and those who are not capable of. You can as well go to motherless baby homes, go to the roads where we see beggars, hawkers, and where you can help them with your tithe. So I think that is how you should.
Okay, so where do you think our tax money go?
I don't know, because I don't pay tax.
Yeah, it's meant to take care of the affair of the nation. That when you talk about the road construction and every other thing that's in it, that's what it's really meant for.
So where do you think the money go?
Well, the government has to go to the government fund, then they know what to do with it.
Actually, they use the money for all these basic amenities and road construction, all necessaries.
And where do you think the money is going to?
The money is coming back into the economy, of course.
What about zakat or tithe?
It's still within the economy, but we are just talking about the redistribution now, effective redistribution.
If it's for the church, according to them, they said they use it to pay the pastors, take care of the church, give some of the tithe to the motherless baby. Although I don't know, I just don't know, so I don't want to judge.
Okay, so what about tax? Where do you think the money go to, and what is it meant for?
According to what the government said, they said tax is meant for renovation of the infrastructures for individual or the citizens. But I'm not seeing it, because it's just as if they are sharing the money,
among themselves.
Oh.
What the tithe money is meant for? It's supposed to be used, like the Bible says that bring in your tithe into my house so that there will be meat in my house. That in my house, the money is actually meant for those men of God who are full-time pastors, as well as those people who are brothers. Like when I say brothers, we're talking about Christians as well as others who are less privileged. Some churches are building universities, they are building schools, and then at the end of the day, even members of the church, they cannot afford it. They cannot afford to put their own children in that school, you understand? Universities that they will be charging up to like 500,000 naira for just a term, a semester, what's it called, a session, you understand? And then those that contributed the money, they cannot afford the school. You get my point? So what the money is being used for in church these days, we need to really look into it. So maybe they should even tax the church from now on. Yes.
They should start
for real now.
Actually, it's not a joking stuff. Thank God I pay everything. I pay my tax, I pay my tithe. Well, we've heard what people have to say, some people, they are not joking. They say God over everything. Government is not doing anything for them. According to them, government is doing something for me, at least. They call me Florin Wiping. Follow us on all social media platforms you can think about. Keep watching BattaBox. Bye for now. Oh!
BattaBox.